It's a conspiracy. That's the line that a lot of people are relate to with this fight, and with Bob Arum. You know, uh, it's definitely in light of Manny Pacquiao's recent loss. A lot of people are calling conspiracy against boxing, against Bob Arum. They think the fight was rigged. They think Manny Pacquiao won the fight, and I think a lot of this has to do with the media's portrayal of how that fight played out. I'm really interested in watching the European broadcast because I'm not sure how they called the fight. I know HBO was very one-sided towards Pacquiao, but regarding the conspiracy of boxing, uh, and a lot of that has to do with one man who promotes Manny Pacquiao. His name is Bob Arum, and the word is before this fight took place was Manny Pacquiao was running out of opponents, and Bob Arum did not want to to have Pacquiao face Mayweather because he actually makes the same amount of money when Pacquiao faces any other opponent. So why have Pacquiao lose to Mayweather and have Golden Boy take all the heat for beating Pacquiao? No. If or when Pacquiao loses, Bob Arum wants to have promotional signing of the winner, right? He wants to have both sides. He wants to play both sides of the fight or both sides of the coin. It's just like political parties. The way there's Republican and Democrat. It doesn't matter who wins because they're controlled by really the banks, Wall Street. Same thing for boxing. This is simply Arum making a business decision. That is why the Pacquiao Mayweather fight has not been made. Now the conspiracy is that Bob Arum wants to set up a rematch between uh, Timothy Bradley and Manny Pacquiao. And actually, that isn't really speculation. There's already promotional banners showing the rematch on November 10th. And as we saw Timothy Bradley at his post-fight press conference, we saw a giant ticket with Timothy Bradley versus Manny Pacquiao, November 10th. It's a rematch. So, was it a fix? It's hard to say, because, we can't say 100% for sure. We're just speculating. However, one must understand how promoting works. Why would Bob Arum do such a thing? Well, consider that in promoting, your goal is to build a cash cow. If you do not build a cash cow or a signature fighter, then your promotion is useless um, because you want that pay-per-view revenue, uh, and you want a huge audience watching your fighter. When you have that, then you can match him up with anybody, but you're still gonna make a ton of money. That's the best part of having that cash cow fighter. That's what Oscar De La Hoya was in his prime. That's who Felix Trinidad was in his prime, and that's who Sugar Ray Leonard was in his prime. They were cash cows. They could fight anybody, and it would be a great fight, and it would get mainstream coverage. Now Manny Pacquiao's in the same spot, but he's getting older. You see, that's the thing. He's getting older, and in his last fight, he looked very shaky. In fact, the majority of media observers thought he lost the third fight to Juan Manuel Marquez. And leading into that fight, that definitely convinced me that he would lose to Timothy Bradley. But that was me looking at styles and the skills of both fighters. Oddly enough, it's still in Arum's best interest for Timothy Bradley to still win because he needs to build up another fighter when Pacquiao moves on and retires. So Arum can see, he understands, hey, Pacquiao, he already has a political career lined up for him. He, he's ultra religious, and we don't know how far he's going to go with that. We don't know if he wants to be a priest or if he wants to have his own church where he can spread his gospel. But Bob Arum realizes, Pacquiao's days are numbered, and he needs another cash cow. So he needs someone to take Pacquiao's popularity and carry it with him under his promotional banner, which is Top Rank. So what he needs to do is build up another fighter, and the only way to do that is for them to beat Manny Pacquiao. So you see, it's in Bob Arum's best interest for someone else to beat Manny Pacquiao. Now, you know, judges are judges. It doesn't matter what everybody thinks. 3 judges score the fight that night. And if any of those 3 are compromised, it's a huge blow to boxing. And, Bob Arum makes billions of dollars a year. I think he can afford to throw a couple of judges, 500K to score a fight. Obviously, that is huge speculation, and I have no idea if that's happening. But Bob Arum for the cash cow. Timothy Bradley, undefeated African American, hard nosed, blue collar, great story, and he fights a very good style, a style that makes for good action. So overall, that's basically the objective of every promoter there. There's Lou Diabella, whether there's Golden Boy, whether it's Main Event, or Top Rank. They want to build a cash cow. And Arum is very good at doing this. So, that's just the promotional side of the business. And that appears to be what Arum is doing with Timothy Bradley. And it's hard to knock him for it because that's been the business side of boxing for years and years and years. That's never going to change. So, for the Pacquiao fans out there, you should have woken up to this a long time ago. Bob Arum is a snake and he needs to be destroyed. Independent fighter promotions like what Mayweather is doing is exactly what boxing needs. And if we can't have dinosaurs like Arum slowing the sport down. So that's my take on the situation. I thought Pacquiao versus Bradley was a much closer fight. I would recommend rewatching the fight with the sound off because you cannot be compromised by HBO commentary. It is what it is. Take care, guys.